I'm involved with climate change because the California legislature and the governor gave the Air Resources Board the job of figuring out how California could reduce our greenhouse gas emissions to 1990 levels by 2020. And they assigned us a whole bunch of specific tasks, including to make sure that this plan would help to promote green jobs. It would not in any way impair our efforts to clean up the air for public health purposes. It would be equitable, it would be cost effective. And so if there isn't a standard, if there isn't something in place that you can be striving to beat and do better than, it's hard for people to really know how much effort to put in. It's hard for the leaders of the company to justify sometimes to their shareholders or their board of directors putting energy into something that just seems like a good idea, but where there isn't any kind of a mandate. And I think it's also hard for the public if companies are coming to them and saying, you know, buy my product because it's greener, to know how to evaluate that kind of a claim. And so in a way, government is kind of the middle of this. We're the place where people come and say, you know, tell us what the best answer is that you can come up with about what's realistic, a target that's ambitious, that pushes technology but isn't so ambitious that no one can meet it. And if you will adopt those kinds of standards, then it will free us up to do what we do best, which is to innovate and create and market things. We told the auto companies, you can sell us cleaner cars. We know you can do it without sacrificing all the other things we want in a car, like fuel economy, like power and speed and all of that. And they did it. And they've kept on doing it over the years. They've cut emissions literally to a 1% of what they were when we started this back in the 70s. And it's because we had good, well-crafted regulations. So we're going to do the same thing for the climate. We need the national governments of the world to come together and to agree to cooperate to solve this problem. We know it's a truism, but global warming is a global problem, and although not everyone is equally responsible for having created the problem, we all are going to be impacted by it. Every person has a role to play in this issue because we're all consumers. We all contribute in one way or another. Each of us has a carbon footprint. I don't think we always have control over every aspect of it, but we can learn about what we're contributing, and we can participate in one way or another through how we move around, what we buy, as well as, of course, who we elect. And for those of us who have the ability to choose our elected leaders, I think it's important that they hear from the people that they ask to vote for them that this is an issue that they want to see them working on.